There we go. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. This is Rick with Hit and Run Candlesticks, and all our members. Appreciate you guys all being here. Today is, what is it? Tuesday, February 13, 2024. Oh, it's Tuesday, and I'm on deck tonight for the public e-learning. So please, if you're not doing anything, stop in. There's nothing worse than having an empty audience when you're on stage. So I would appreciate everybody stopping in tonight, and there'll be links everywhere to log into that. 8 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern tonight, February 13th, 2024, Tuesday. All right, let's talk about this market. We're also going to talk about, because I had somebody ask me if I would cover those this morning. So we're going to cover some Apple, Google, and Tesla along with what we're doing here, okay? So yesterday here in the room, remember, we talked about this candle. It was in the making and not looking so good. And here today, in fact, there was a bunch of us, I believe, took some profits just to so the positions we had on that were green, we wanted to clear some of those profits off because this just wasn't looking so smart. Well, now we're looking pretty smart. Here we are, we're pushing down. Now this is pre-market, so let's not get too excited. It is pre-market. This line right here, this represents the 50% between the high here and the high down here. So between this black candle and the top of this black candle right here. Now, that 50% line doesn't mean like it's made out of concrete or something. And we could let's do this. We could bounce around, just change the color, red. Come down and bounce around that area. So we're going to watch that. The green dots, that's the trendicator. Here's what we do not want to happen if you are a bull. And if you are a bull, take note. If we start turning that red, you best have lots of caution, okay? We better be careful. Now, just because that turns red, it doesn't mean the trend has broken, and we follow the trend a lot. But come on, let's have some common sense. Let's watch price action. If it turns red, just think about the positions you're holding. Don't let big losses jump in. IWM was a big player yesterday, and take a look at it now. Now this is not necessarily bad in my book, because this is the chart pattern I want anyway. Low to a high to a higher low. Now I don't know if it's going to stop in here, and that's what we're going to watch for. Now if it does stop in here, and then we start putting in some bottom making or construction making signals in here, then we'll look at this to move up. But of course, if it continues down, we're going to look to the short side. But so far, I'm not unhappy with IWM. I think the pullback is good right now. I may change my mind the first hour of the morning for sure, but right now I think we're okay. Not good if you're long it, that's for sure. Diamonds, take a quick peek there. You can see the diamonds closed up yesterday with a nice wick up here at the top. I also want to talk about this for a second. I'm going to talk about it on AMD as well. Look, this is what this candle looked like yesterday, right here. That's what that candle looked like yesterday. That, by the way, is not a breakout, despite what you might think, have read, or even have tattooed on your rear end. This is not a breakout. The confusing thing is that there's a lot of people call this a breakout, and it is not a breakout. A breakout is something that is past tense. It's not current. It's not reliable when it's current. It has to be past tense to be reliable. Past tense means today's candle, if this held like this through the close, which if it held through the close, I would have some confidence in it, no doubt about it. But then this candle, today's candle, would have to be above the breakout line. This happens a lot. A lot of rookie traders get in. Oh, look at this. They just caught a rocket entry on a breakout stock. It doesn't have to be the diamonds, by the way. It could be anything. A rocket breakout. And then they're just feeling blue. I mean, they're playing the blues, by the end of the day. And then today, man, they've got a couple blues guitars just rocking in there because you'd be blue. So this is not a breakout. Okay, so here's what we have. The diamonds have broken down through the T-line. There's no point in having that right there. We've broken down through the T-line. We're still holding trend. We are not happy with price action, but we are still holding trend. This is the area that I think the majority of traders lose money. And this is it right here. Right. Now let's use this. There you go. So now this is not set to real time, which I guess I'm not sure how that would. There we go. See how the yellow line bent over, the white line even. So what happens is this could be the place for the turn. And here's what I mean. Let's put a red thing in there. So if this starts to turn bearish, more traders lose money in this area than anywhere else. Because here's something you do not know. And as much as you think you know, you don't know this. You don't know if we're actually going to get bearish. You do not know that. You think you do. Some other people think they do. And that's predicting. And you don't know this. So this area here, it'll suck you in for some shorts. And sure, it'll come down. It'll make you think you're the smartest cat in the room. And then all of a sudden, up we go. And you're holding this crap bag of shorts. So careful. Be very careful. This is that area right here. Very dangerous. Most people lose money. So how do you get around that? Well, let me show you. Be patient. You don't have to buy the tops and you don't have to buy the bottoms. You really, really don't. It's not what I was going to say, Neil. You don't have to grab the tops and the bottoms. You really, really don't. So you don't have to do this, and you don't. Let's just assume that's the bottom. Take that sweet spot in the middle. That's what we want. So let it confirm. Okay, let it confirm. Let's see. That's getting way off track this morning already. Here's the Qs, not looking so good. But once again, the trend has not broken down. Price action does not look good. Got to admit, I'm a little unhappy with it. But I can't predict where it's going to go. And I'm not going to bet on something that is totally against me here. So caution right in there, okay? All right, let's look at some charts. Thanks, everybody, for hanging in there. I want to take a look at... let's look at AMD first, because I want to talk about that breakout scenario. Because this is a chart that early on yesterday, I had said to the room, I'm planning on buying AMD, but I'm going to wait till the end of the day. I'm going to wait to the end of the day. Now, the chart was looking pretty good, all right? Pretty good. Nice bullish chart in there, looking really, really good. So, end of the day, that's what I said. I'm going to wait to the end of the day because I want to see how this candle develops. Rather than rushing in and hurrying up and buying it for fear that I'm going to miss out. I mean, where'd you think AMD was going to go? You think AMD was just going to start climbing like that? And what planet would you be from? No, that's not going to happen. So, and even if it did, even if AMD did hold here, and what if AMD did march up the next day today? The likelihood of a pullback and test is so extreme that I think a person could bet on this pretty much each and every time. Darn frog again. Frog jumped back in my throat. So yesterday I decided let's wait to the end of the day. End of the day, I went and looked at it. Oh my, I'm glad I waited to the end of the day. here we are this morning. I'm really glad I waited to the end of the day to make that decision. This is not a breakout, by the way. When a stock does this, I'm a nice big green candle here. When a stock does that, that is not a breakout of that downtrend line. It is not a breakout until it confirms. Breakouts are past tense. It's like candlestick signals. Candlestick signals aren't live the moment they do whatever they do. They are past tense. So to trade this, for this to be a breakout, it needed to hold. It can have a tiny little wick up there. That'd be all right, end of the day. But it has to close above that downtrend line. And then the next day, let's do this. The next day, we would like to see price maybe in an area like that. So price in this area. That to me would be confirming that we're holding this line. And then if I start seeing bulls step in with the tools I have, like live trading alerts, when I start seeing that tool alert for me, then that's when I want to buy. And or a breakout. I would be perfectly fine with that. Okay, so patience is important in trading. Patience. Fear of missing out. It is a trader's disease. It is. And it's curable. All right? It is curable. You just have to fight it. That's all you got to do. A little cream might help, but in the end, just fight it. All right, let's go look at those stocks that I had mentioned that we're going to look at. What was it? Apple. Somebody wanted me to cover Apple. So Apple here, we'll move that one kind of out of the way, just focus on that. You can see that we've been poking around here with this downtrend line. Nice candle right in here. Great little price action right in here. Great price action here for the bulls. And we're running up. And I chose not to use this low because that was a bit of an outlier there, and so I didn't use it. And you can see that we're still making higher lows, but we can also see that we're failing this top. So it sure doesn't make me want to jump into this long. I really don't want to jump into it short. Right now, we need a little more information on Apple. Here's the information we need. To be bearish, I would like price to be under that blue line. That simple. Now we can look at it short. We're going to have a little concern at that low. And after that, we can look at targets down here. To be bullish, what are we going to need? We're going to need that high right here. Okay, low, high, if it makes a higher low, and we start moving up, this is what we want right here. Now, I know, those that have cured the FOMO disease will wait for up here. Those that still have that itch in those hideaway places, you're going to be buying down here. I know this, okay? It's just the way it works. But those that have cured that disease will wait up here. And when we break out, that's what you'll be looking for to trade bullishly. So right now, we just simply do not have enough information on Apple. We're close, I think. We need a little bit more information on Apple. Let's take a look at Google. So Google here, this is one that I talked about. I even did a video on it a few days ago. And my plan on, I'll just kind of run through the basics of it. Here we're rallying up. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. This area right through here, this is the 50% retracement from this top and bottom. So I'm not buying it. What I need for it to do is break out and test. Well, I got my wish. We're testing a little more than I wanted. Okay, that I got to admit. So I'm not interested in buying now until it starts coming back up. Now, if it's below that 50% line, I will not buy it. It's going to have to be above the 50% line. So we could travel down to where? We can't predict where. But if it does start moving up, I will look at buying above that 50%. Ideally, I probably should wait till it breaks over this high. But me, I still have a little bit of that rash. So I'll be a little early over that line is what I'll be looking for. Outside of that, it could be setting up for a short right here, but I'm not sure that you're going to have to clear some of this stuff over here. You're going to have to clear the 50-period moving average. What was the other one? Tesla? Poor Tesla. So there is absolutely no signs on Tesla for bullishness, not at all. It is simply a downtrending chart. What I would like to do is I'm going to go to a dark chart, what I call a dark chart, and I'm going to, what time is it? I better hurry. I'll tell you what, I'm not going to do it in lieu of time. Focus on the dots. Focus on the dots. The red dots, the green dots, the red dots, the green dots. Red dots, green dots, red dots. Green, red, red, green, red. This chart is not viable for a long until that dot turns green. All right, so all you bottom pinchers down here, everybody that tried to pinch a bottom down there, over here, how you feeling today? Those that tried to pinch the bottom down here, how you feeling today? Have patience. Allow the chart to prove itself. And what we're proving is that there's buyers in there, real ones, not pinchers. Bottom pickers they're just pinchers. That's all they're doing. They're picking bottoms. They're butt scratchers. That's all they are. They're just simply butt scratchers. So let this thing turn green. What would it look like? This right here. See how the red dots turn green? See how the yellow line goes over the white line? Now, let the green turn green for 3 or 4 or 5 days. Don't worry about getting in early. Oh my God. Don't worry about that. Look at all the money that could have been made to the long side if you just waited, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. Wait till that thing turns green. All the possible trading. You can do the same thing to the short side. So we roll over, boom. You see where the yellow line popped in there? Folks, this is setting up for that 3-8 trap. This over here is setting up for the 3-8 trap. So, give up this. Don't get all excited because this is the turn. You don't know that or you didn't know that this was actually going to continue to fall. So let it turn red. Let the moving averages go below it. Now you've got yourself an honest trend. Now we set up. When we start pulling up, we can look for those shorts. See that pull up right there? That would have been a good short entry. Okay, so Tesla is not, and by the way, the question for me today was from this person was, when can we go long on Tesla? When it's trending. When it starts trending. When it starts trending. Okay? All right, folks, I'm out of my time. Thank you so very much. We'll see everybody a bit later. And you guys all take care. Thank you very much. And yeah, we'll see you later today. All right, bye.